Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. It's okay. Let it be. Good afternoon, everyone. Today with me is Irfan, my friend. We've been studying together like right from the beginning. So I called him today to ask about his personal experience in Germany. So I'll ask him some questions, and we'd like to know like what has been his experience here. So Irfan, first of all, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And could you introduce yourself for the audience? Like, what has been your just introduce yourself.
So, thank you for the invitation, Priyanta. So, my name is Fachrudin Priyanta, and I'm from Indonesia. So, previously I started to pursue my master degree at University at Rostock, Germany, and then especially I took the master degree in electrical engineering, and then afterwards I continued. As a research assistant in the Wismar University of Applied Science in the Maritime Department.
Okay.
And then right now I'm almost starting my PhD.
Okay.
In the TU Dortmund Technician University at Dortmund for a 6G research topic.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I mean, 6G is new, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of new and future technology, and like a 5G is not yet distributed uniformly in the worldwide, but 6G is already rolled on here in Germany.
Cool. That's really nice. I'm looking forward to see what comes out of this research.
Yeah, me too.
So let's get to this question first of all. Like, you're from Indonesia, and you have countries like Australia and the US and everywhere. Like, why did you choose Germany? Like, what motivated you to choose Germany?
So what motivated me to choose Germany? Because the tuition fee of the university here are cheap, cheap and also free. So free doesn't mean you don't need to pay anything, but you need to pay for public transport. It is around 200 until 400 euro, except in
How much did you pay?
So I studied at University of Rostock, and then it cost me around 200 euro for one semester.
Okay. So
And then also, as we know that Germany is the leading industry in the world, and also it is the initiator of the industry 4.0 in the world. So that's why it is kind of my interest in this world. So that's why I decided to choose Germany as my next stepstone.
Okay, so that's nice, but like we have German language here, right? Like that's the main language. So did you work part time?
Yeah, I work part time. So it depends. So I've had the experience to work as part time in Ferienwohnung. It is like a home. Then I need to clean it, and then I work together with the German people, and also I also work part time with a company in the corporate. So I work as a work student, as a software developer, and then I realized that German language is totally important to communicate with the local people. So that's why, if you want to come here, then you need to study German first, or you can study here.
So it's always an advantage if someone is choosing to study in Germany to learn German first and come, like if they can.
Yeah,
right?
if they can.
Yeah. And what has been like, we have something called free education, like we say we have free education, but what about the quality of education?
So what I found is because mostly it is like a culture shock. Here is the education culture is totally different.
Okay.
If the professor is false, and then we can make an argument. No, it is not like that. We can do some kind of.
So you argue with professors.
Argue with professors.
And it's fine, right?
Yeah, it is fine.
Yeah.
So, but in Asia, so it is totally different things. Totally different. And then also for the Germany has many universities, public universities, but the qualities are the same.
So everywhere
quality are the same. So.
Just a moment, because like in US, and like I studied in India, so we always have this called ranking. So we have top universities and we have bottom universities, right? So what you mean is in Germany we don't have anything like ranking, or what is it?
Actually we have a ranking, but there is no gap in education. There's no gap in education. So the research projects are distributed uniformly in Germany. Like every university or every Hochschule has their own project with the industry or with many things, with many research institutes. So it is totally like the climate for the research is totally fine here.
Okay. And your experience with University of Rostock has been good.
Yeah, it has been good. I've already worked also as a research assistant with my professors, and then it was pretty nice because not only I got the experience from the research, but I also got experience from the industry field because we have the industry cooperation with the university.
Okay. It's kind of like the same question which I asked you before, but I wanted to ask from your point of view because I'm not from the best university, like I'm from a normal university in India, but you were from the best in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the University of Rostock?
So I think compared to my previous university in Indonesia, so I think but in Rostock it has provided me many practical things because as we know, because of Germany is the Industry 4.0 initiator, so it has a good cooperation between the government, university, and industry. So that's why the University of Rostock provided me the good experience with these practical things because when I work as a HUI, it is like a student research assistant. So I got an opportunity to work for an industrial project. So it is what I didn't find in Indonesia in my previous bachelor universities. So which in Indonesia we still don't have this kind of cooperation because sometimes just the lecturer or our professor that has the link to the industry. But here in Germany, in University of Rostock especially, every laboratory or every institution in electrical engineering has their own industry partner.
Okay.
So it is what kind of the good things.
So you have a better exposure of not just what you're learning, but what you're learning and where do you apply it.
Yeah.
Like how it could be used in industry.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice.
That's
And this brings me to the next question. Like, how's the job market here? Like, how hard is it to find job?
So for me, luckily before I graduated, I already got a full-time contract. So that's why I think if you have some experience before or if you have made some experience like a part-time, like a work student in Germany, so I think it is fine for you. You don't need to be worried to search a job because if you have particular basic skills and particular experience that is eligible to the German market, so it's like IT. So I work as a software developer, and then right now software developer and the IT fields are like a demanding job. And it is like a Mengelberg or it is like a rare occupation in Germany. And then you can get a blue card here if you are working in the IT field.
What is blue card?
Blue card is like it is like a highly skilled visa. Highly skilled qualification visa for the foreigner like us.
What's the advantage of having blue card?
So there are many advantages. So after 21 months of the occupations, and also if you have B1, you can apply for the permanent residence. And then if you invite your family, spouse, then your spouse doesn't need to present the A1 German language. And also there are many things that are very that has many advantages. By using the blue card.
So basically, you would recommend Germany if someone would like to consider Germany for higher studies.
Yeah,
you would say yes for that. And there was apart from studies, what has been your experience in living in Germany? Like, how do you feel about it?
So it is like the experience was pretty nice because it is like a culture shock, like in Asia. So like me in Indonesia, there are many mosques, and then we can pray everywhere like that. Every 100 meters there is a mosque, but here is totally different. The people, especially in the Eastern Germany, it is totally still strict with the Muslim. So
really?
Yeah, it is really. But there is a mosque here, and then the community is also fine here.
And so you mentioned I'll ask this question. So being an Asian and a Muslim, do you face discrimination any way, any kind? At least at workplace, or maybe you were walking around and if someone comes and hey, you Muslim or anything like that?
No. Actually, most people here are already open mind, so they are already accepted the diversity in Germany. So because of this and the refugee things back on 2015, and then they have already become open-minded people here. And then also for my point of view, by being Muslim in my workplace, so if you ask something, so I need to have a regular Friday pray.
Okay.
Friday pray. Every Friday I need to go to the mosque to pray, and then if you can ask to your supervisor clearly, and then okay, it is like a mandatory for us as a Muslim, and then your supervisor will agree with you, and then will try to tell you, okay, it is fine because it is kind of your religion, and then the people will like has a huge toleration.
Okay, so they are tolerant.
They are tolerant. So at least you spoke to them, and then to try to discuss, and then it is fine for me.
And what has been your experience, like pros and cons of living in Rostock?
So I think the pros is the sightseeing is very nice because it has a beach, and then sometimes if you stuck about like a coding or something about the study, and then you can go to the beach and then okay get some inspiration. And also the vibe is pretty nice because Rostock is not big and not a small city. It is like a medium city, and then the vibe is pretty nice.
Okay.
Here, but the contra is the people is still like a cold people.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold in the sense like.
Cold in the sense like the people like silent. It is totally different, like in the Western Germany. If you meet strangers in the train, and then sometimes the random people can talk to you. But it is totally different.
So you basically no one approaches you.
Yeah, no one approaches me or talk something.
So it's kind of lonely.
Yeah, like lonely.
So you basically say that I didn't do anything for you.
Yeah, like that.
That's a joke. So don't worry, I was with you, so no loneliness. Next question is like, okay, so what's pros and cons of living in Germany? Okay, pros you said a lot.
Yeah.
What about cons of Germany?
The cons, I think, the culture. I think, the culture and also the language. Because if you need to do some bureaucracy, like doing to apply for your extension of the visa, it is kind of the most afraid things.
Okay.
Because it is like you will meet with the evil because you need to take you are afraid. Are my documents completed or not? And then will my extension will be granted or not? So
is it random? Like the extension, there must be a rule, right? Like a set of rules which if you follow the rules, they should give you visa, isn't it that?
Yeah, it is like that, but sometimes it depends on the employee that handle your documents. So it is
Okay, so the visa office guys.
Yeah, the visa office guys. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why. But I think it depends on the city, right? But I think in Rostock I have not found this kind of things. But in another city like big cities, my friend taught me this kind of experience.
Okay. And what are your like? It could be like last kind of question. What are your future plans? Like, do you plan to stay here? Or do you plan to go to Indonesia? Do you plan to become a professor? Or what is it like? What do you think?
So actually, my plan in Germany. So I would like to have a career in Germany and live permanently in Germany. But I still want to keep my Indonesian passport because at least it is like I decided to live here, but maybe during the retirement I will come back to Indonesia. Okay.
So that was all my questions, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome, and have a nice weekend.
You too. See you then. Bye. Thank you.